cleaning. I hate cleaning. I still do it to this day. I hate it. I've always said, if I was rich, if I had the money, I would just hire cleaners. Like, I would just hire cleaners. When they come in and clean, I'm just like, thank you so much. I'll even give you a tip. I don't care. I'll give you a tip. I'll tip them. Because I actually hate cleaning. And I have like a mother that she's like a cleaning freak. She likes everything clean. So my clean, like, I'm always organized. My room's always like organized and nice. But my clean, it doesn't meet up to her standards. That's the worst thing. And I just hate cleaning. But I remember when I was younger, me and my sister, we would have to clean either the living room or the bathroom every week. I absolutely hated it. It meant I have to hoover and I have to clean the surfaces of the living room or the bathroom. It would just make my hands curl, like, ugh. And I hate the smell of bleach. But for some reason, I did it every single week. Why? Because my mother, she was like, no, this needs to be done. And I never really questioned it. I hated it, but I never questioned it. Why? Was it pressure? Was it fear? Maybe. Even when I played with my toys with my siblings, all of the toys would be everywhere. But one thing we always did was clear it away after. No matter how tired we were, no matter how much we didn't want to do it, we made sure, even if we went to bed and then it was still there the next day, we made sure we'd get it clean in the following morning if we were that tired. But why did we do that? Because there was a parent in the house, okay? So this is why parenting is the new discipline. You probably tried hacks that like how to be productive, psychological methods, but this is why parent is the new discipline. Before you had parents to tell you what to do, but now no one is going to do it for you now, so you need to. But luckily, I'm here to teach you how to overcome this. So the first thing you're going to do is reset, cut away, just delete everything that you've learned. Reset everything that you've learned in terms of disciplining yourself, especially things that haven't worked. Just forget the things that haven't worked. Just let them go. Stop trying. Stop following the new trend. Stop trying. Okay. Get rid of it. The things that has like encourage you to be disciplined that you're still doing now, then continue doing that. I'm more than happy for you to continue doing that. But now just get rid of everything that you've learned. Second thing you're going to do is create a parent. So this is kind of like, a parent can be like an alter ego. It can be like a friend of yours that's like, girl, like calling you up and be like, girl, don't do that. Don't. It can be your actual parent or a guardian, a parent figure. Or if you want to make it fun, it can be a pet or like an anime character of yours. I think I would do Natsu from Fairy Tail. I'll do him because he's like fired up and just like, he's got so much rage. And I'm just like, oh my god, chill. Just chill. Or it could be, if you're into sports, it could be LeBron James, Messi. I don't know. I tried, okay? It could be one of them. But just let it be fun. Don't let it be too strict, okay? Unless it does help with like the pressure. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. I know Natsu from Paris, he's like got so much energy, so I know I'll be like, okay, chill. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do with this parent that you created, you're gonna use them. So every time you're doing, like, let's say a habit or doing something that you need to do, instead of like thinking your own thoughts, imagine your parent and just imagine them kind of like shouting at you and telling you, no, we need to do this because it's so and so. Use that as like a reminder, or like have that so that it feels as if someone's keeping an eye on you, or it's so that someone, this imaginary figure can hold you accountable for something. Because me holding myself accountable for like, I don't, okay, so have like this imaginary thing that's holding yourself accountable. It's good that it's something that you can connect to. Ideally, I would choose something that you wouldn't want to let them down, because that will create guilt and pressure you to get it right the first time. Next step is that you're going to create a list of consequences. So consequences, and you're going to commit to them. So with these consequences, what they are is basically, okay, if I don't do so and so, let's say for me, if I don't do so and so amount of videos in, let's say, 2 months, I'm not gonna, let's say, go on holiday. Like that, I know if I'm telling myself you're not gonna go on holiday next year, I'll be very like, no, I want to do this. And if I know that, okay, I'm gonna commit to this, then I know I'm more likely inclined to do it. This don't have to be that extreme, but know that the consequences you've chosen will encourage you to complete certain tasks, whether it just be cleaning your room, getting work done. That is this. I see parents as teachers, so they are teachers. They're teaching you how to go through life and whatnot. So with this whole thing that we're doing, I kind of see it as a school system. So as you're continuing to do these discipline tasks and whatnot, and having the parent telling you, imagine the parent or someone you look up to telling you, don't do this, don't do that, or warning you to not do this, and having your consequences, that is great. But as you keep doing this, you're going to start getting better at it. But by getting better at it, you can start like adding improvements. Say back in the day, your parents teach you how to cook, but you're doing like, let's say you're whisking eggs, but you're not using the right utensils, or you're not whisking it properly, or they'll give you little tips as, oh, you can make scrambled eggs. Okay, but now you can start making French omelets, which is quite hard to make. So you can start doing the harder things, so to become more disciplined, and you can start improving it little by little. For example, if you want to start exercising more, at some point you'll be like, okay, every like 3 times a week I'm going to exercise for 10 minutes, and then you can start slowly improving that to like 15 minutes. If you every week you've been running every 3 days, maybe you can switch up things and do cardio. So like add some improvements once you start getting used to the system, the routine, and like becoming more disciplined. Before you know it, you look back to where you started and you'll see the amount of progress that you've like made. And this is so similar to school, when you start in like year 1, and then in year 5 you can see how much you've grown, how much progress you made. Or if you were failing in maths and you start focusing on working hard on it, you can see after 2 months of dedication, you can start seeing the progress in your grades and how you're getting better in your exams. Okay, once you've seen progress and you notice that you start committing yourself, you can start setting rewards for yourself. So this can be so with the consequences list, you can create a rewards list. So you can have you have a list of rewards. They can be small rewards, large rewards, depending on how intense the habit or how hard the habit is to like implement into your life. If it's a hard habit to implement, then match it with like a really big goal or an intense goal. If it's not a hard habit, then match it with a reward that's not as big but small, like maybe a drink from Starbucks, I don't know, or like a dessert, or a pastry from the bakery store next door. I don't know. It is great because you get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can create a habit and also create fulfilling rewards. And when you start going through this process, I want you to actually feel how great it feels to actually accomplish your reward, and remember that feeling, because I know that feeling is what's going to keep you committing to your habits, because I know how much it makes me feel when I do that. Next up is evidence. So when your standards start slipping, you need to correct yourself as well, like as you remind yourself of those consequences, and start constantly visioning your alter ego or your parent more than you probably stopped at some point because you're so used to doing your habit. When you start slipping, envision your parent. Also going back to terms as to why you're doing this. But what you should do with evidence is when you're kind of going back to your old habits, and when you're getting back into your old habits, so it becomes slightly harder to keep doing what you've been doing. The best thing is to look back at all the evidence that you've done before. So that evidence to show that you can do it. So if you've been saving money, just to show you, look at your investment pots and be like, oh no, that month I was able to save, the other for consistently for 3 months. Or if you've been trying to lose weight, you can see the results, like maybe in pictures, or just remember that you used to weigh a certain amount and that you can do it, and that the only one that's holding yourself back is you. So collect evidence and remind yourself when you do start slipping. When I've lost weight, I look back and I'm like, oh, I want to get back to that. I look good. Like, I want to get back to that. And I was eating healthy. I was more mobile. I was more active. I was more ready to like get things done. So I was like, I want to go back to that. Next step is like you're basically kind of done. Like a habit is continuous, but the next step is to learn to let go. So once a child starts growing up, I probably told them to always clean their room. And as they grow up, you realize that they always do it. It just become part of their personality, and that you don't really need to tell them to clean their room. So because of that, it's like, I don't need to tell you to do that anymore. So know that with this habit, you don't have to focus on it too much. You don't have to think about it too much. You just do it naturally. I know me, I hate cleaning, but now I'm like, okay, I need to clean. I'm just like, I just do it, and no one needs to tell me to do that, because I've just like kind of programmed myself to do that. And with this, you can create like a new habit and do the whole process again. And this might be a sign for you that it's time to focus on a new habit. If that's what you desire, then use the same method, same cycle, and you can be better at doing this by using same steps. You'll be even more competent in using this method to make sure that you're more disciplined. Okay, that's the end of the video. I'm going to be trying this new concept with the parents and see how that works for me. I feel like that it would work, because I feel like we do it unconsciously, so we just tell ourselves what to do. But by visualizing something and having like a connection with something, then it will encourage us, because it feels like someone's actually taking accountability for what you're doing. And that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Let me know, what would your parent be? What would your parent be in the comments if you want to. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you got a vibe. And that's the end of the video. Bye.